that's my question. Like, why?
I genuinely thought he was trying to help her, like, acclimatize, get better.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, no, I'm just a simp.
Yeah, I'll just feed right into your neurosis. That's fine. I'll just feed your insanity. That's me. My job is supposed to help you, but I'll just enable. It's fine.
The worst part is, I think he's earnest. Like, it doesn't feel like he's working an angle. He's just that much of a simp.
No, he's 100% sincere. He is 1,000%. Yeah, simp for sure.
You're doing that to get laid. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, you're not wrong, sir. I mean, fucking.
Oh no, Johnny's gonna be blind. Oh
no. Oh man.
That's the scene.
Gosh.
Oh no.
Food on the table and clothes on your backs, fella.
I feel like Batman's got to get referenced at one point, right? Like,
I honestly, I'm starting to really struggle, especially given how big this operation is. There's a huge time skip.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
I have a hard time buying that Batman isn't already onto this.
Correct. Yeah, I'm feeling the same way. I was literally thinking the same thing. I'm like, with this time skip on this massive scale, these drugs are out. Like, it's got to be on his radar now. Like, it has to be. It has to be.
I have a hard enough time believing that it hasn't been already, let alone now.
True.
Let alone with this shit.
I mean, just with the families getting taken out left and right, it's like, come on. Like, come on. I don't know. If they don't bring him up at all, that might be probably one of the biggest letdowns, like, of this show. I think.
I'm sure they will. I'm starting to run up against the issue that it's too late now, or not too late, but
it's like, yeah, because there's only 2 episodes left, so it's like, no, I kind of get what you mean. I
To take our operation international.
So they have this huge ass operation. They clearly are making money hand over fist, and they're having electrical problems.
Oh, I know, right? Oh man, priorities, I guess, man. Priorities.
I mean, I get it, but it's like they're still trying to be like, oh, they're kind of slumming it. It's like, but they're not, though. Not at this point.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
They've gone through a lot of effort to establish a relatively, a no-name character, or I assume no name. I've never heard of him. They've gone through a lot of effort to establish him. I hope they don't kill him off in like season 1. He might die like later on, but
yeah, but that's the thing too. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he got killed off in season 1, only because they've built him up. Like, he's had it like a huge character arc, and like it's been done really well. And just his dynamic with the Penguin and their relationship, how meaningful he is to the Penguin. I can see that. Like, I can see them doing it only as a way to just have a profound effect on Oz. Just like
to Ned Stark him.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, I could see it, I guess.
I can see it. I don't like necessarily want it because I do like Vic's character, like I feel like what he brings to the show, like he brings a lot to the show. So I enjoy that. But at the same time, I can see if they do kill him off.
You can see why.
Yeah, I can see why. I could see why.
I want one more thing though.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Penguin needs at least one loyal agent.
Right.
So like Vic still fits the bill in a sense that I think the Penguin needs that guy, and I think they'd have a real hard time replacing Vic, and without establishing somebody first.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. I think if you do take him out, it's like, how do you even how do you even have him bring anybody in as his right hand? You know, I don't know. You know, and then I'm trying to remember, does Penguin ever have a right hand? Like, I'm even trying to remember. I'm not familiar with the comics in regards to him, you know,
Not that I can think of.
and his goons. And I'm thinking about like the Arkham games, and I don't really remember him having a right hand in those either. So I don't know.
But I mean, like, I get that he's not like Trinity material, but Lex has Mercy Graves. Joker had Harley Quinn for a while.
Right.
And if they're trying to make the Penguin a household name, so to speak, he is. I think he's like lower A list for Batman.
No,
Like I
yeah.
think below the Riddler and obviously the Joker, but up there. Like,
I would say he was like a B-list villain in the rogue gallery, but this show has definitely propelled him forward. So,
and I haven't heard too much hypercritical about this show. It's been
no,
pretty from what I've heard. I've tried to stay away from discussions about anything we haven't seen yet. But
like, dude, yeah, everyone who streams seems to enjoy it, and then apparently it's like the number one show in the US. So it's doing
well, I
well.
mean, when it gets time to be renewed / make a season 2, they got no reason not to, as long as they have a good story to tell. Go for it.
Very true. Very true.
In universe reason why they're keeping her in Gotham.
Sticky plastic.
No, so from what I've heard for this show, the director just completely created like a new backstory for him. So
I'm just saying, like, take her to a nicer city, just put her up in a hotel or something.
That's true. I mean, would she willingly want to go with it? Probably not, but I mean, she's not. Yeah,
she's not lucid enough to really.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Just
Maybe
keep her close. Keep her close.
Yeah, I guess it's like one of those things. Like you said, I just want to keep her close, and you know, he made her a promise, and he wants to keep it. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's the best idea, only because you know you pissed off two of the biggest families in Gotham. But yeah.
But you know, I gotta say, I like the fact that these are the level of problems we're looking at, because
I know
everything else is solid. It's like, the basic frame rate, the framework is good. So little things like this are what we're focusing on. It's a nice thing.
I know, right? I know. I wouldn't be surprised in this particular storyline with him if he didn't kill his brothers himself. Or somehow orchestrated it to get them out of the picture because, you know, he was jealous and resented them, you know? Like, I can see that. I can see that.
I can see it, but the only problem I would have with that is how, like, spooked he was when he was taking out the crime boss guy. I forget the brother, the one that Sophia is butthurt over their death. So I don't know. I feel like he could have done it, but I don't think he would have been able to hide it.
Well, I think he was only spooked because, like, her brother was like the new guy.
Don.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I honestly, I don't know. He talks about his brothers with reverence, but I feel like they maybe, you know, when they were kids, at some point they made him feel less than, like they were greater than him, and you know how he feels about that.
I mean, they probably said a mean one time when he was in a bad mood and he just popped him.
Like... Exactly. God, I feel like we're not going to see what happened, but I wish it does get explained at some point. Well, fucking done. I mean, you wanted to be in the life. This is it. This is your graduation ceremony right here. This is it.
You called it. You did it all on his own. No, like.
Yep.
Anyway. Maybe the best one so far. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Man. Yeah, fucking banger, man. Fucking banger. Ugh. Yeah, loved everything about this episode. Like you were saying earlier, it's it's good when what we're doing is just like nitpicking. Like
Yeah.
we're nitpicking small shit because
There's nothing huge to like. There's nothing huge breaking. It's just
there's nothing. Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
small shit is. And my first critique was like a plot point, so it's not even like.
I know
My
how
first
I love how
critique
we
was the light.
yeah. Yeah, and then they jump. And that's what's cool too. It's like we have these questions about how it's going to play out. We pause and talk about it, and then they immediately address it. Like immediately. So I do love that as well, man. That's just good writing. That is good fucking writing right there. So yeah,
I think like a couple episodes ago I asked the question if this was maybe one of the better shows if this might be the best show we've reviewed on the channel. This episode, combined with everything that came before it, makes it a hard yes. Not
I
even
would
like
say, yeah. I was gonna say yes. Yes. By far the best thing we reviewed on this channel. Yeah. By far.
And I gotta be honest. The Alzheimer's scenes or whatever disease it turns out to be, it seems like Alzheimer's to me, but whatever. That hit hard because I've seen it happen, and I could, it choked me up a little bit because I've seen it happen.
It sucks. It really does, because I've also experienced that as well. And just knowing what like I said, what I had seen firsthand, like they did a really good job, of portraying someone with Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever she's going through. She's going through a lot of stuff apparently, from what he described. It's not just one or two things. So, his inability to help her, he feels powerless in that sense. He doesn't have control in that situation. So he tries to grasp it by any means that he can throughout other scenarios and aspects in his life. So I can see why, he is, it just goes back to his psychopathy essentially. But no, yeah, I think they did a really good job at portraying her character. So yeah, those were good scenes.
Yeah, the lucid moments were always the worst.
Yeah,
because
they were there, and then they were always fleeting. That's why it's like they're there, and then before you know it, they're gone. And
the worst part for me was always that they knew they could, like, in those lucid moments. It was never like, "Hey, I'm back, everybody." It was always like, "Oh shit, I'm losing it." Like, they can't help but dwell on the fact that
No, yeah, it's tough. It's tough for sure.
So, I don't mean to be so maudlin, but that part really hit me.
No, you're good,
a little
man.
bit harder, but
you're good. You're good. I think probably my favorite scene is, Vic's graduation. What he had to do. I think, he embraced the life when he came back to the Penguin and ran over that goon to save him. But I think he really just, immersed himself in this life when he knew what he had to do. Like, he went to talk to Penguin at first. Penguin's kind of listening, but not listening, because these are
he's got his own shit.
Yeah, and these are like small problems to him. So, but at this, as Vic realizes, like, hey, like, nope, we don't have a problem. Like, I'll take care of this. So Vic, he tries to do it, the diplomatic way. He tries to say, hey, man, I can get you even more money next week and next week. And you know what? That wouldn't have been a bad deal. But this guy was just fucking greedy. And I knew you knew he wasn't going to go away. Like, that was just,
and the Vic would have honored it too. He would have given him money every week.
He would have honored it. Yes, he would have, but the guy put him in a corner and backed him in a corner, and Vic had no choice. And I also loved, just his reaction to that, how afterwards, just being, just overwhelmed and apologetic and, just not knowing how to cope and deal with that, But I also love the aspect of him going to Penguin and talking about it. And Penguin's like, hey, like you did nothing wrong. Like you did what you had to do. Like, come here, let me embrace you, like
Yeah.
it's
I
fucking
and
good.
he did that. He did that all without any words either. Like they can read each other now.
Yes.
Both of them.
And that's how I know if Vic does die. I just feel like he's going to, because of their relationship, just how strong that bond is between them. Like if he's not taken out, I'll be very surprised. Very fucking surprised.
That's Warpath shit.
Yeah, it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. Like I could definitely see a season ending blow where Vic gets fucking taken out. Like, I don't know. I can see it. But yeah.
No, this was solid. The weakest part for me was still Sophia and her sim therapist.
Yeah.
More her sim therapist than her, because she was fine and everything else. I'm just like, nut up, dude. Grow up. Come on.
Yeah.
He's annoying me.
He is. Yep. I agree with that.
Have some self-respect.
Yeah, that seems like he doesn't. So most simps don't, unfortunately. Very insecure people. Very insecure.
Yeah. I can't. What is her name? The alibi girl. I can't. I don't know why I'm blanking.
I don't know.
I liked that whole thing, and the best part is Sophia didn't even lie.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, or at the very least, she thinks she's telling the truth. Like, she's not. I don't know how much of what she said is true versus how much she said is what she thinks. But I think she believes it. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. No, yeah, that was also a good scene between them, and Sophia revealing that, like, you really think I'm the hangman? Like, come on. Come on. But I mean, she laid it out in a way that, it was believable, because I mean, that girl knows who Oz is at the core. So it's like, why wouldn't he share valuable information with you, because it benefits him.
Especially when he knows she didn't do it.
Correct. So, yeah, that was a good scene. And then just his rallying the troops. I mean, fuck. You just can't get any better than that, man. You just can't get any better than that,
Yeah. And the thing is, like, they all feel like they're backed into a corner. It's like, we have to cooperate, otherwise we're dead.
Yeah, we have to work together. Yeah, he's like, I stole her drugs. Sure. Popped Alberto Falcone. Yeah, I did. But, I hustle. I'm a fucking hustler. I'm just a poor kid from the East Side. Like, just trying to appeal to their better sense. Like, but I think he actually believes it, though. On some level, he's like, yeah, I do hustle. I am just a poor kid from the East Side trying to come up, but obviously it's much more than that for him. But I mean, that's what he shared, so they can have some common ground. But I mean, it was a good speech. It was
like you said, he's not, in that particular scene, at least, he wasn't lying to them.
No, he wasn't.
He believes every word that came out of his mouth.
I think for once in this entire season, this is probably the one time where he put all his cards on the table, for some people who really didn't know him. He just laid it all out.
This is who I am. This is what I do.
Yeah.
This is why I do it.
This is who we can be if we work together. So why the fuck not? So Yeah,
Yeah.
another
And
banger.
I do like the title for the next episode because I've been wondering in the back of my head where the top hat is.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be
Uh,
explained now, I bet. That'll be
yo,
nice.
for sure.
It's the one part of his kit that they haven't done yet.
that they haven't done yet. Yeah. Yeah. And then he'll be looking like the penguin from the Arkham game. So oh man. Top hat. But all right, my guy, I gotta get rolling. But if you have nothing else, I can send this out.
Yeah, I'm good. This was a great one, everybody.
It
This
was
is
a
an awesome
banger
show.
for sure. Yes, indeed. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. We do ask that you smash that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment and let us know what you think about the Penguin, especially episode 6, Gold Summit. Hit that bell for notifications. Share this video out there, and you guys take care.
Bye, everybody.